So NVIDIA's strategy is this. Our strategy is to enable and power this artificial intelligence revolution from end to end. On the one hand, AI in the cloud. On the other hand, AI at the edge. Our strategy has several elements. The first element is we have to create the fastest possible computers. The computers we have today are incredibly fast, but they're nowhere near fast enough to enable the type of artificial intelligence we would like to see someday. The second, of course, is developing the systems. It's not just a chip problem, it's a high-performance computing problem. And so the systems itself is enormously complex. Working with all the partners here in Asia, in Taiwan, we're going to create computing systems that we can standardize all over the world. We integrate, then we create a software stack of machine learning algorithms. These are libraries, these are frameworks, integrated into every single framework in the world. These frameworks are basically tools, they're operating systems, they're, if you will, the programming environment of artificial intelligence networks. We integrate them into every single computer system in the world, and we put them into every single cloud. So the NVIDIA architecture today is the only architecture, aside from the x86, the NVIDIA CUDA architecture is the only computing architecture that has been standardized in literally every computer company and every single cloud in the world. And so as a result of this capability, the NVIDIA GPU architecture is accessible to any AI researcher. It doesn't matter where you are, what country you work in, you're from, what university, what company, what field of work. It doesn't matter. We have every form of computing, from small PCs to data center servers to supercomputers to cloud computers that you can access anywhere on the planet. We also want to take AI all the way out to the edge. Now that we have this ability for machines to learn to recognize its environment, we can now apply AI at the edge to solve some really interesting problems, and I'm going to talk to you about that. But the first thing that we have to do is we have to build an embedded, a tiny little embedded computer. And I'll come back to that. A tiny little embedded computer. On top of that is exactly the same software architecture that you have in the cloud. Whatever is trained in the cloud can now run at the edge, and we apply our own technology to solve a couple of very difficult problems. One of them I showed you an example of is the autonomous vehicle, and then the other is something I want to talk to you about today, which is to enable the robotics revolution, something that I'm super excited about. Well, at the core of this entire strategy starts with the processor, the GPU.